Why choose soccer? Well, have you ever wondered how the game of soccer came about? What the game consists of and how it is played? What about what it takes to become a premier athlete? Being a professional soccer player, I am here to teach you a little bit about the game that has been a priority to me all my life. The history of soccer can be dated back as far as 3,000 years ago. The Chinese, Japanese, Italians, Greeks, Persians, and even the Vikings all played ball games that were similar to the sport. But as most of you should know, the country that kicked it all off was England. The first soccer association was created in England in 1863. Following the creation, the association created a league and a uniform set of rules that would govern the game till this day. Throughout trial and error, the rules and playing conditions were tested out and have been more stable through the years. A game of soccer is two 45-minute halves, so 90 minutes total. The field dimensions are typically 120 yards long by 75 yards wide, but they vary from field to field. Soccer involves two teams of 11 players. The object of the game is to try to score in the opponent's goal more times than the opponent scores in yours. The game is called after 90 minutes and the score stands as is. You can tie in this sport, so scoring is a critical part of the game. If a team is competing in a tournament, a tie could result in penalty kicks. Penalty kicks are shots taken from 12 yards out by 5 people on each team. The team that scores the most penalty kicks at the end of the game wins the game. The positions of a soccer team go as followed. The goalkeeper, who is the only one on the field that can use their hands within a certain boundary, called the 18-yard box. They try to stop the ball from going in the goal using skills like footwork and diving. People call the goalkeepers the last line of defense because they are the last person back and they protect the goal the most. Next are the defenders. These are the people that defend the attackers of the opposite team and prevent them from scoring. There are two types of defenders, central defenders and outside defenders. Central defenders have more of a priority to stop the attackers from scoring, while outside defenders have a duty of attacking the opponent's goal and defending their own too. Following the defenders are the midfielders. The midfielders are set up the same positioning as the defenders, 2 central and 2 outside. Their job is more focused on creating chances for their team to score on the opponents. This is the section of the field that receives the most play. Last but not least, there are the forwards, or sometimes called the strikers. Their sole job is to score goals for their team. This is the most exciting part of the field because all the scoring opportunities are created here. The most renowned competitions, such as the World Cup, are in the sport of soccer. This is a competition between all of the nations to see who is the best. It occurs every 4 years, so teams train all year long to compete in such a great competition. To compete at the highest level, people have to condition their bodies to endure this situation. So what does it take to become a professional soccer player? To sum it up in a couple of words, to become a professional, you need hard work, dedication, and passion for the sport you are playing. It is important that each player devotes himself to what they need to work on. By the way, each person isn't the same, so everyone needs to work on something different, usually based on their position. I'm a goalkeeper, so my schedule is different from everyone else's. I'm going to give you a little insight about my days and what I put into them. On average, I meet with my goalkeeper trainers 3 times a week. I work with a speed and agility trainer 4 times a week, and I also lift weights and run every day on my own. This tends to build up on your schedule, so you need to have very good time management. I've been talking to you all about the hard work that you need to put in, but let's hear some of the benefits that come out of your efforts. Internationally, soccer is the biggest sport out there. Being the biggest sport, salaries are high. The average English Premier League salary is £676,000. That is over $1 million a year for a soccer player. Although the English Premier League is one of the biggest leagues in the world, people still make money in other places from soccer. Here, in the United States, the Major League Soccer League averages about $90,000 a year from playing. That is significantly different because soccer does not have the same impact here as it does in other countries. But being a professional soccer player comes with other advantages too, such as being looked up to as an icon and being the best at what you do. That's just a brief overview of the sport that I've come to love and cherish. I've given you information about how it started, how it's played, and a little insight to my life and the benefits of succeeding in this sport. I hope the information was proven useful to you and that you learned something new about what it takes to become one of the best. Thank you and goodbye.